lighting is not great, I know, but I just decided to make a quick little TBR for September because it is the end of August, so I have to be quick before this video comes out. It will probably come out on September 1st. Before we hop into the books that I will read next month, I wanted to do a quick update on what I'm doing right now. I'm reading The Guest by Emma Cline, and this book is so beautifully written. So far it's a 5-star, but I have my little VR on my iPad so that I don't get carried away. So I have quite a few books on there. Some of these books are only like 200 pages long or even shorter, so I cannot be sure if all of these books will be read or some will be changed to other books. However, let's start with the physical copies I have right now on me, and these are store-bought, so I say it like as if it's some kind of food, whatever. These I have bought myself, so I did not borrow them from the library. All of the other ones are going to be library borrowed, except for one, which is, for me, it's still a mystery how I'm going to get my hands on that book. So first book on my list is The Kamigawa Detectives, because, so I will admit, I'm a victim of marketing, okay? The Kamigawa Detectives is a book that I have bought because I've previously read Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, so I'm kind of sold on the idea already. And this is a book by Hisashi Kashiwa. I'm so sorry, I suck at pronouncing any names at all. Doesn't matter if it's a person or if it's a place or anything. I'm horrible at pronouncing and I'm so sorry. Yeah, and it's translated by Jessie Kirkwood. I'm really excited to read this book, mostly because it has a cat on the cover. You can judge me if you want for buying books because they have cats on the covers, but you don't really, if you say you don't judge books by cover, you're lying to yourself. Let's read the premise of the book together because I suck. What's the one dish you'd do anything to taste just one more time? Down the quiet back street in Kyoto exists a very special restaurant run by Koichi Kamogawa and her father Nagare. The Kamogawa diner serves up deliciously extravagant meals, but that's not the main reason customers stop by. The restaurant of Lost Recipes provides a link to vanished moments, creating a present full of possibilities. The next book is actually a book that's been on my list since 2019. Okay, let that sink in. This book has been on my TBR for 5 years, and I'm really excited to read this book because honestly there is something in me that really not enjoys, because reading about death is not really, you know, but I usually find myself reading books like this, like Tuesdays with Maury, for instance. This book is written by Paul Kalanithi. Alright, this man was a surgeon and he died because of a disease, and basically the start of this memoir is written by him, the end is finished by his wife, and I know I will not mentally be stable after reading the end especially. So next few books, I got 2 books from the library. Originally I was going to take 3, but because I have a borrowing limit in the library, I can only get 3. The Guest is also borrowed from the library, so I could only get 2, and these are books by the same author. One is Winter in Sokcho and the other one is Vladivostok Circus. Okay. I'm really nervous about pronouncing this author's name.
Elisa Shua Dusapin.
Yeah, Elisa, I'm so sorry. Vladivostok Circus explores collaboration, creativity, and belonging, all the while immersing the reader in the author's trademark dreamlike prose. Don't you dare tell me it's not exciting, because I know damn well it is exciting. And Winter in Sokcho is also pretty exciting, because the premise is also very interesting. This is actually her debut novel, as far as I've covered, so I'm going to start with this right after I finish the guest. And Sweet Bean Paste by Dorian Sukigawa is also on hold right now at the library, so I'm waiting for that book to finally be next to me. Oh, also I have All the Lovers in the Night physical version, like in the next room. It's also a relatively short book, but I am a fan of Miyako Akama's writing, and to be honest, she is one of those authors that I could say, wow, this is really captivating and I want to memorize each page and just engrave it in my brain. As you might have noticed before by the books I've read on this channel, even in the last video, I really like Japanese literature or Korean literature, and especially when the books are small and a little existential. For me, everything is existential. I've noticed actually that most of my September TBR is just pretty much shorter books. The other book on my list is Chess by
Stefan Zweig.
I think everyone has already read this book except for me, because it's also very short. So following on that kind of note is basically the last book on my TBR for September. But the thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this book, because once it's out, actually the chances of me getting that book are sort of slim. Also, it will be like an expensive purchase, and I'm not sure, but on the library list, I was 192nd, okay, in one library. Then in another library, I became 32nd. It's 464 pages. Okay, at least that's what it says on Goodreads. Of course, I'm talking about Sally Rooney's Intermezzo. And I love Sally Rooney, okay. My least favorite is probably Conversations with Friends, but my favorite is Beautiful World, Where Are You? And I think it's mostly because it had chapters that were, oh my god, imagine if I messed this up right now. There were like emails, okay, or letters between two people, okay, one person being the main character. Well, therefore, whatever. And in these letters, the main character, Elisa, I hope that I at least got the character's name right. This is foul. This is horrible. Do I even have to like tell you about Intermezzo, because I feel like everyone already knows everything about this release. I think it's one of the most anticipated book releases this year. Okay, so September is kind of a depressive month in case of books. I think the only not depressive one is probably the it's probably the Kamagawa Food Detectives, which I'm not even sure about, because knowing Before the Coffee Gets Cold, I was yeah, so that's been all pretty much for my September TBR, and I'm very excited for all of these books. I'll see if there will be some changes. I will tell you in the September book wrap-up kind of video, but hopefully everything will go according to plan and not like my summer list. But I also have Butter on that list, my September list, because Butter is kind of, if I don't find Intermezzo, I'm going to read Butter. Mostly because it's around the same period, I'm not sure. But I think Butter is also 400 or above pages long. That has been my September TBR. And let me know though if you want any reviews of these books. That's pretty much it. I hope you found some books to read also from this video, or added some new books to your list, or if you agree, or actually tell me some books on your TBR in September or fall. If you're doing more seasonal kind of fall, spring TBRs, you can also leave it in the comment section. I will update as September goes, and yeah, see you in my next video.